Hello, guys. When I was at Angelo Caputo's today, I found those cheese wraps, those tortilla wraps over in the cooler section by like all the hard block cheese. And I had never seen them in the grocery store before. I've been told by people that they're in the grocery store, but I didn't know where they were at. I've never actually seen them. So I decided to pick up one pack of the Parmesan and one pack of the cheddar. So I picked up one of each and I just opened them up and I got them sitting right here. So they come in this nice wax paper and they're each individually separated. You only get four in a pack. I'm sure they're probably expensive to make, but I actually think that if one of us, you guys or me, decided that we wanted to try to attempt to make these, we probably could make these. Again, I got one Parmesan and one cheddar. The cheddar looked like this. The first thing I noticed out of the pack is the cheddar is actually really firm and the Parmesan is actually very flexible. I mean, you can tell the Parmesan is just, it's really easy to maneuver back and forth and it doesn't break. The cheddar, it moves a little bit, but it's really solid. So I would think that you probably would have a little bit of problems with the cheddar cracking, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the ingredients first. It's 13 grams of fat, which is good, 1 gram of carb, and 11 grams of protein. Although the fat to protein ratio is just slightly off from what we want, actually it's really not bad because you have twice the amount of calories per fat as you do protein. So here, I would have twice the amount of fat calories as my protein calories, and they're almost mimicking each other right on top of each other. So actually, I don't think that's that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. The macro ratio in these would be pretty decent overall. Um, if I look on here, it says you can wrap it, roll it, you can melt it on top of like an object or something. You could actually take the tortilla and like lay it on top of like mashed cauliflower or something like that, and it would melt over top of it very easy. Um, it also says you can crisp it. You can heat in microwave, cheese wrap in microwave, parchment paper side down for 1.5 minutes. If not crispy, cook for an additional 30 seconds. Microwave ovens vary. In conventional oven, place Folio's cheese wrap on parchment paper cookie side sheet, 375 for 6 minutes or until browned. Well, I mean, if you guys want to, right now we can go ahead and toss one in here while we're reviewing them. So I will take one of these cheddar Folios and I'll just pull it off. Now that I've pulled it off, I can see that it is a little stiff, but it's actually a lot more flimsy when you pull it, when you separate the pack. And I'll go ahead and throw it in here now while you guys are here. So we'll see if what they say is correct with the time, 1.5 minutes. And obviously based on your device and how strong you have it set, it's gonna change based on power rating and time-wise. But we're gonna do what they say, 1.5 minutes. And what I'm doing is I'm doing parchment paper side down. There we go. And we'll do, just gonna go ahead and reset. However you work this thing. Okay, I put it on 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's what it calls for. So we'll leave that run. I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. I do apologize for the noise. I just think this would be good to do it all while we're here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of the Folios, the Parmesan Folio. After this video, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna slice up I'm gonna do a 14-day challenge of nothing but beef. Hi, Marilyn. I'm gonna do a 14-day challenge of nothing but beef and eggs for 14 days straight. I found a ribeye on sale for $5.99 a pound, so I just bought the whole entire slab to save money. And I'm gonna end this video and I'll come back with my next video and I'll cut it up so you guys can see. Some of you guys like that stuff, some of you don't. Anyway, here's the Parmesan Folio. Taking it off of the pack, it's actually a lot easier to separate, and it's way more flimsy than the cheddar is, which makes sense. So as I pull it off, I'm noticing really nice solid texture all the way across, no separation, no dryness, no nothing like that. Very, 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 very flimsy tug on it. Doesn't seem like it wants to separate, so this is a very, very good quality tortilla overall. When it comes to aesthetics, look, and texture, what is the ingredients? The ingredients is pastured milk, enzymes, salt, and color. That's it. Nothing else. This is straight cheese. There's no junk, no nothing. So I'm gonna wrap it like a tortilla, and I'm gonna take a bite out of it. That's excellent. I mean, the flavor is spot on. It's a mellow Parmesan flavor. So those of you that don't like that really hard bite tart Parmesan flavor, this is where it's at. It's mellow, it's smooth, it's got a nice creamy taste to it. It's got a lot of pull. I mean, it's not really cracking or anything. There's one spot cracked right there where I actually grabbed it real hard. I found these at Angelo Caputo's, but they actually have them on Amazon as well. And you know, you could ship it with Amazon because it's real cheese and it doesn't have no junk in it, and it's only one carb. Yeah, I think it would be worth a try. I mean, they're kind of expensive. I think these were like $5.99 for 4, but it's better than going and getting the low carb ones. Hello. So I'm giving this A plus 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 plus. This is by far the best tortilla that I've had so far out of any of the low carb, keto, carnivore stuff. They nailed it. They knocked it out of the park with this, and I could eat this every single day. And this is my first time trying this. This is by far, hands down, I've had nothing better than this. That is excellent. Okay, so, oh wow, here's the cheddar wrap. It did turn crispy, just like they said. It's just really nice texture, no cracks, no nothing. Really flimsy. Really peel it off. It doesn't pull, it doesn't rip apart. I mean, really, 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 really high quality. I wish I would have been the one to invent this, and I don't think that these people market themselves enough, or in the keto carnivore space, I don't think we talk about them enough, because this is the answer to the tortilla stuff that people want. I mean, this is by far better than any of the other stuff or recipes that I've seen people try. This is spot on, and it's the cleanest product that I've seen. So we've got 2 to do here now. We've got 1 cheddar. I'm going to try the crispiness. I'm going to go ahead and take this the Parmesan wrap. It says you can crisp the Parmesan wrap as well. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the microwave while we're here. I'm sorry, I apologize for the noise again. And again, right after this, we are going to be slicing up about, what is this? I picked this up for $5.99 a pound, a massive slab of ribeye. I want to save money. So I've got a minute and 30 seconds. So first of all, we're going to try the cheddar one. It is a little bit more firm. The cheddar one is not anywhere near as flimsy. It's got a lot of stiffness to it, and I feel like if I bent it too much without a product inside it, I might benefit from heating this up for about 15 seconds before I even try to use it, to kind of soften it up and give it some of that flexibility, because it is just back and forth. I mean, it seems like it's fine, but you can tell it's stiff. And if I just fold it over a little bit and fold it over a little bit here, it makes a perfect tortilla. I do notice on the side here, it's actually starting to dry line, like it's starting to stress a little bit. So when you put food in here, you better be ready to eat, because let's see, let's taste it. 1 gram of carb. Oh wow, spot on, man. I wish I would have been the person that created this. Let's see what the ingredients in the cheddar folio is. Pastured milk, enzymes, coloring, the annatto coloring. Um, that's it, guys. I mean, this is a clean product. You got 13 grams of fat, 11 grams of protein. So here's the difference between the two now. The cheddar folio has 2 less grams of protein than the Parmesan does. I picked up the wrong one. The Parmesan one has 13 grams of fat, 13 grams of protein. The cheddar one has 13 grams of fat, 11 grams of protein, and they both have 1 carb. So if you were looking for a more desirable macro ratio, something that doesn't lay on top of each other and mimic each other, I would say the cheddar one has a better macro ratio. But when it comes down to something that's this clean, when you lay your protein on top of your fat, you're basically getting twice the amount of calories from fat anyway, and that's really what you want. You want a 2-to-1 ratio, or maybe a little higher, but that's pretty much perfect. So you can't go wrong with either one of these products. I got it at a store called Angelo Caputo's, but I've heard they're actually at health food stores now. I've heard that like Myers is starting to carry them. Somebody told me that Jewel, they saw them at Jewel over by the deli section in the cooler. The butcher actually took me. He said the main butcher that slices up all of the racks of roast went home for the night. So he says, let me take you over to the cooler area where our hard box, calorie wise, let's see here. So it's 180 calories per single wrap. So there's 4 servings per container. 180 calories, 13 grams of fat, 13 grams of protein, and 1 carbohydrate. And it's got a great sodium content too, 390 milligrams of sodium, and it's got 45 milligrams of cholesterol. They even give you really good instructions on the back, how to use the wrap, how to crisp it, and how to use it on top of stuff to melt on top of products. By far the best. I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them. I've never even spoke to them before. But by far the best wrap that I have seen so far. And I'm not even exaggerating. This is a really good, really clean product. And I'm surprised that I've waited this long to try this, and I've been doing this over 3 years now. So, the Parmesan in the microwave, 1.5 minutes, and you can still see it's a little bit light right here in the center. So this center part could use a little bit more crispiness. And they said, if at 1.5 minutes it's not ready, throw it in for another 30 seconds. So another 30 seconds. That's good. Again, cheddar folios, lactose free, gluten free, 100% cheese, no starch, no wheat, no flour, no fillers, no additives, no sugars, no nothing. Milk from cows not treated with growth hormone. This is just a really, 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 really good product. I cannot believe how tasty this is. The problem with this is, if you don't have them where you're at, what I can do is, I'm doing a North Avenue Beach meetup on June 15th. I'm going to go barbecue for everybody. I'm just going to cook all kinds of like food, like keto style foods anyway, healthy foods. And I'm just going to let people come up, and as they come up and they get food and they want to know about keto and what it is and how it's changed my life, if you want and you come to it, I'll bring you a pack of the cheddar and a pack of the Parmesan if you show up there. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, at 2 minutes, it's still a little bit light in the center right here, but I'm going to go ahead and roll with it because I don't want it so hard that it burns. And then I don't want to eat a lot of cheese tonight either because I'll get stopped up. Okay, so I just pulled the cheddar crispy one off of the parchment paper, and it is completely solid all the way through. So I'm going to break it. Guys, you could use this. You could get a pizza cutter, heat a couple of these up, or just take some cheddar cheese at home and put it in the bottom of a skillet and just go ahead and get it real nice and crispy in the bottom of a skillet. And then take it out on a piece of parchment paper and use a pizza cutter and slice it into nacho chips. So now you have carb-free nacho chips and you can make your own guacamole or salsa, whatever you want, and it would be phenomenal. Now, as I'm ripping it apart, it's really staying together. It's not falling apart and turning brittle or anything. I mean, this would be the ultimate dipping chip. I'm really pushing on that hard in order to get it to crack. The problem with this is some people probably won't get used to this because there's a lot of oil all over it. It's real cheese. It's going to have that oil, that fat. Excellent. Nice and crispy. Great, great taste. That is good. That is really good. That was the cheddar. I'm going to try the Parmesan. Pulled right off the pack. Didn't fight me. Didn't do anything at all. Crack it. Oh, nice. Cracked right through. Go ahead and break me off a little chip. I got my little chip here. That is good. That's really good. You know what? If I had to give it to one over the other, which I don't want to pick because they're both phenomenal products, I would have to pick the Parmesan. The Parmesan is just so mellow. It's so flimsy and then it crisps up very nice. It just has a nice mellow flavor to it. If I had to pick, I would pick Parmesan. If you have any questions, I'll give it about another 15 to 30 seconds. I'll answer your questions. If not, I'll find the link on Amazon and I'll post it in the description box below, or in the comment section. I'll pin it to the top so you guys can go to Amazon and find it so you don't have to look. I'll do the work for you. But other than that, if you got any questions, oh, no problem at all. You're very welcome. This is what I like to do, guys. Remember, these videos, they only spread if you guys you know, give them a thumbs up and you share them and stuff like that. And leave comments. The comments really help. That is so good. Well, then this would be right up your alley, Lane. Lane Kirkwood. I like your name. You got a good name. This would be right up your alley. I'm actually doing a 14-day carnivore experience. I'm going to actually start tonight. I mean, I'm going to do nothing but 14 days of nothing but ribeye and eggs and salt and water. But it's going to be fun. All right, guys. Don't want to hold you up anymore. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sitting through the entire video. If you made it this far, you're the best. Share the video, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm only going to get better. I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got in the situation I'm in. Thank you guys. I appreciate you again. Hey, Lane, jump on the 14-day challenge with me if you want. Beef and eggs for 14 days. It's going to be an experiment. All right, guys. Take care. I'm coming right back, slicing up this, I don't know, 10-pound ribeye roast. Show up.